Right, guys. So you've done, or you should have done, the multi-subtexturing stuff that leads you to this point. So I'm just going to quickly run through how to take this from 3ds Max and take it with the materials as well, import it into Unity, and replace an asset with it. So straight away, it's quite simple. You should be at this point anyway. So we go up here, we go to export selected. I just prefer to do export selected just in case there's something else in the scene that you're not aware of. Desktop, I'm just going to chuck mine somewhere random. That'll, let me think, what is it? Chris stuff seems good. So I'm just going to put cube multi, bring it out as an FBX. So this next menu you need to be a bit careful with. If you just click OK, you may lose your textures. I always make sure to open the embedded media tab and make sure that that's ticked, and then it's definitely going to bring across the materials with it. So nice and simple, that's exported now. So if I go into Unity, I very quickly set up a small Unity scene. It took me about a minute. I've just got a cube in the middle of it, which if I set this right, moves around, does moving and things. Reason being, I'm just going to replace this asset. You know, this is not a Unity lesson. This is essentially 3ds Max and how to get it into Unity. So literally nothing in my project at the minute. If I go to import new asset, or I can just drag it straight out of the straight out of the file explorer. So I put that into Chris stuff, and I just want to grab that, import that into here. You'll see it imports two different things. So there's my asset. It brings across the box and the avatar for it, but also brings across all the materials as well with it, puts them into a folder called materials. If you already have a folder called materials, it won't make another one, it'll find that and bring that in. So essentially all I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace this. So I am going to make sure that in here I've got it set so that I can just come in and take this. I think this should work. If you look on, oh wait, that's the mesh. There we go. Right, sorry, I'm over here. So I've just changed it to being box 1, and then it's got 3 different elements in this, and then we want to make sure we're on this one, and we bring in the elements that are referenced in 3ds Max. So now, hopefully, I need to change that again. We're going to have it set up in a situation, there we go, where this asset that was just a box is now a different mesh with the textures on. Make sure to remember though how many different materials you had, because you have to define them. It starts off as default as being one material, but I've brought the asset across and I've brought with it the materials. The reason you can tell that is the fact that it's actually split up. It's not just, if you think, if I was to go in and just put an empty cube in there and try to do the same thing again, well, it's not going to work for starters. So that's the asset from 3ds Max with the texture on, and it's still keeping all the scripts that I've applied to it, so my movement script and stuff like that. So very quick, very easy, just kind of take it from 3ds Max, put it into a project, and replace the pre-existing thing in the project as well. But yeah, cheers.